even your friends sometimes might selfishly want you to spend more time with them, and you can't.
Right.
You're like, I'm building my empire. A little support here. Maybe later. Maybe next year.
Hey, babies. Welcome to the Dr. Beauty Podcast hosted by me, Dr. Anna Guanche. I'm so excited you're here. We plan to educate, inspire, and entertain you. This podcast is not just about beauty. It's about lifestyle, inspiration, life hacks, and of course, beauty. Hey, babies. I'm so excited to have Olivia Culpo here on our podcast.
Hi, everyone.
So excited. You're so stunning and gorgeous.
Oh, my God. Really? But you are.
Yes.
Everybody is, right? That's what this podcast is about.
Yeah, it's a Dr. Beauty podcast. But like I keep telling everybody, it's not just about beauty.
Yeah.
It's about inspiration. And I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions about life hacks and inspiration, but also beauty. I want to know all your beauty tips and tricks.
I want to know all of yours too. I'll just have to keep tuning into your podcast as they roll out.
That's right. I drop them, stepwise as we do the podcast. But also I have a book called 7 Days to Sexy.
Oh, yeah.
And it has some of my beauty tips in there.
I have to go back into that. I've already read it, but I'll read it again.
Really?
Of course, I have a signed copy.
She has a signed copy. So, Miss Olivia, you got into the beauty world by, through pageants, right? Originally, you won the Miss USA and then you won Miss Universe, which is amazing.
It feels like a lifetime.
Right? And what do you think about that whole process? I know pageants are not really that easy. They're super challenging and a lot of work goes into them, right?
Yeah, there's definitely a lot that goes into them. I didn't know any of this at the time. I was just a college student. I was studying communications and acting. I went to a very conservative all-girls school. I never modeled. I never did anything, but I really wanted to. And so I started modeling in college. I went to the modeling agency with a $30 check. I basically paid them to take me. And then from there, I continued to get work in modeling. And then I actually started getting more commercials. And I wanted to work on my speech and my stage presence and my ability to just talk to a crowd and feel comfortable. So I decided, why not try this pageant? It's going to be so weird. I've never done this before. There's no way I'll win. So I did Miss Rhode Island, Miss USA, Miss Universe. And it was like 3 years later, I was living in New York with the title of Miss Universe. And just my whole life had really changed. But it wasn't really anything that I grew up doing. It was just something that I thought would help me get to where I wanted to go. Yeah,
it looks like it has. I mean, I always tell people who know that we know each other that you're the most beautiful person I've ever seen in person. I mean, I literally am floored. So like when I see you in person, I see a lot of incredible people and they look great, but like you're just have iconic features. So it doesn't surprise me that you won Miss Universe at all.
You're so sweet.
I mean it. It's really sincere. But one of the things that I was in a little pageant one time, Mrs. Minnesota. I was Mrs. Minnesota.
Oh my gosh. You don't even say it like they say it.
Mrs. Minneapolis. I'm sorry. I was Mrs. Minneapolis. Minnesota. And
that's where you're from.
It was a lot of work. You had to really be perfect. You really had to learn a routine and wear the exact right outfit and do all this stuff. And I felt I underestimated what goes into something like that at the time.
Yeah.
And I know you've done a million things since then, but it's just an interesting world, like its own little bubble.
Yeah.
And the people that are in it are in their own their own world with their own fashion ideas and things like that. And then you get out of there, you're like, oh, it's different, right?
It was so different. And I didn't know how to put on makeup. I am such a girly girl now. It's weird to think about who I was then, but I grew up in a very, very kind of just, conservative, simple family. My mom literally does not own makeup. I was never taught that stuff. She doesn't even really, now I give her creams and things like that, but it's not her thing. She's a musician. My parents are very just kind of cerebral, I guess. They just read and do smart people things.
I know. I love that. And you guys all play is it string instruments?
Different instruments, yeah. My dad actually plays the trumpet, so that's different. And then I play the cello. My mom is a professional viola player. And then my brother plays the bass and the bass guitar. My other brother plays the piano. And then my other sisters, they sing and they tried the piano, but they didn't really, We're all
How
pretty
many of
musical.
you are there?
There's 5.
5.
Yeah, 5.
5 stunning siblings. They're all gorgeous. You guys, all of them. It's pretty amazing. The gene pool is pretty strong, huh?
I don't know. It's like, well, I guess the gene pool is strong because my sister and her son look identical.
Right.
Aurora and Remy are twins. If anybody follows my sister, she's the cutest 3-year-old, and they are each other's spitting image. It's nuts.
And the girl looks like you a little bit, right? Her daughter?
Yeah, Soleil is so much darker. Yeah, because my sister's blonde. So I don't know. Everybody looks alike, but different at the same time. It's very weird. I don't know. Sometimes I think we look alike. Sometimes I think we look very different.
Very different. It's the gene pool. And your sister Sophia also is very like beautiful. I mean, just it's amazing, this family. So my question is, what are your projects that you're working on now? What's going on with you now?
Honestly, I feel like it's the beginning of 2022, and it feels still pandemic-ish.
Pandemic-y, because we thought it was going to be over, and then it's not.
Yeah, I'm honestly just really trying to work on harnessing my mental health, to be honest with you. Not that there's anything wrong. It's just we're living in a time where there is a lot of fear and there is a lot of stress and extra time because things are not as super busy. They're not as busy at all. So there's a lot of time to work on yourself. And I've kind of just been really diving into that and, reading, journaling, meditating, setting intentions, spending time with family more than ever, and writing things that I want to do in the future. I don't know.
That's so funny. We were just talking about journaling, and I used to do that when I was in college, and I haven't been doing it. I do meditation and yoga, and I do a lot of sort of try to, positivity work too, like just mindset work, trying to keep my mindset positive. But I haven't done journaling in a long time. I think I need to get back to it, huh?
I would.
Are you going to tell us what's in your journal?
Oh my gosh. I have journals from when I was so young, and they are so fun to go back and look at. I mean, if for anything, you can have it to just document memories and key moments. And it is really fascinating to look back on. I have journals from when I was in high school talking about, my dreams and ambitions, and to think that I've actually accomplished some of those. It's sweet, and we all hit milestones that we had, sought out to accomplish. And so it's fun to look back. But I will say, if you are somebody that doesn't journal, you can start by just wake up every day, give yourself an extra 30, 20 minutes, and just take a piece of paper and just fill it with all of your thoughts. And if that's a really easy way to get started in journaling and take that time for yourself, it can be very reflective and meditative, but it's word vomit.
Yeah.
And no pressure.
Stream of consciousness. Just pour it on the page. Yeah.
And just make it a part of your routine and see if you like it.
See, maybe you get some kind of insight about yourself.
You will.
Right?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely you will.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's a book called The Artist's Way. Have you heard of it?
That's what this is from.
Okay, yes. And so I read the book, but I still didn't start journaling. I don't know why. I really can't explain why, but it talks about, like you said, daily journaling and not putting too much pressure on it to where it has to be like a perfect piece of written work, but it's just a word
stream
vomit.
Of consciousness.
That stream of consciousness,
totally.
Just spill it out. And then it's like sometimes when you talk to someone and have a long, deep conversation and you say things come out of your mouth that you didn't even realize you were thinking.
Yeah. It's cathartic.
Make realizations. So what would you say are some of your goals?
Well, I have a lot of entrepreneurial goals as well as, familial goals. I feel like I want to have a family at some point. I came from a big family. I'd love to have a big family.
Do you want to have 5 kids?
I've always wanted 4, 5, or 6 kids, which is just unbelievable.
That would be amazing.
I don't know. Now that it's actually becoming more real, like the idea of actually having kids, since my biological clock is ticking, I don't know if I would. And watching my sister with 2 kids, it's so much. It's so much work.
The reality versus the fantasy of having kids, and the reality are different. But the good news is they usually only come one or two at a time.
I know that does help.
Yes, unless you're Angelina Jolie, you really only get one or two at a time. So you can kind of decide as you go what you think is right for your family. But it does sound amazing. Like what your parents have done is just amazing, right? To have such a nice, big, beautiful, robust family. So but
it is really fun.
It depends on how many other things you want to do, I guess, to some extent.
Yeah, it's weird though because my parents both had full-time jobs.
Yeah.
My mom's industry in particular as a professional musician is so intense and very competitive, and she would go back and forth from Rhode Island to Boston 3 times a day to like she had to go for rehearsal, come back and feed us, go back for a concert, come back, and I mean, and my dad has
she's just
a full-time
basically a
job
badass.
Too. Well, I think that the thing that they would tell people is if like you want to make it work, you make it work. And to this day, their biggest regret is not having more. So it's like you either have it or you don't, is what I think.
No, you either have that desire to have a lot of kids. I just saw a patient, I want to say at the end of the week last week that has 6 kids. And she goes, I want to be careful just in case because I might want more kids. And I'm thinking, oh my God.
Wow.
Cool. And she looks amazing and she's fit and beautiful. And you would never guess she has 6 kids, but she's not only does she have 6 kids, but she might be having more. So she's not sure yet. I was like, wow.
How much can the body take? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. And the mental.
Well, it's the pregnancy, but it's also like the raising of all these children right now you're seeing. So it's good to have that sort of frame of reference that you have with your niece and nephew that
it's not not all rainbows and butterflies.
It's not all roses and butterflies. They are cute, thank goodness.
Yeah, they are.
But it's a lot of work.
Really, really cute.
So being an auntie has made you maybe want, or you always knew you wanted a bunch of kids?
I've always known, if anything, to be completely honest with you, having my niece and nephew has made me realize it's a lot more work than I anticipated. But yeah, I definitely want to have a family. I definitely love working with my family, which is really fun. I know, my sisters and I do more together than we have before. It's been really fun to watch them kind of, come into their own and start using their platforms in a way.
Yeah, you were kind of a trailblazer for that.
Yeah, they have their own thing. They're very smart and interesting and beautiful girls. So I get why people are intrigued, but it's fun because now selfishly I get to do more things with them.
Yes.
And then my brothers also work for my dad. We have a lot of family restaurants in Rhode Island, so I work with them a lot in that sense. And I love working with my family. It's fun. It's just
that's awesome,
crazy, but it's fun.
And you guys are opening another restaurant, you and your dad, right?
Yeah,
yeah.
We're opening
What's
up another one.
What's the name of that place?
Union in Maine, in Rhode Island, and then we also have another place together called the Back 40 in Rhode Island, and.
So the Back 40 and Union and Maine, you guys got to go try it out.
If you're ever in Rhode Island, which 90% of you probably won't be.
I'm trying to think I'm trying to recall whether I've been to Rhode Island or not.
It's really fun. Everybody talks like this.
They do. It's like New Jersey kind of.
Yeah. But here's the thing with Rhode Island. Pizza is pizza.
Pizza.
And sister is
Wait,
sister.
That was Southern. Sister.
So like, I want to have pizza with my sister. And I'm Olivia. It's a very interesting accent. It's like the ERs are A's and the A's are ERs. I don't know why we do that there.
No, I had a friend, like, even when she said her own name, Alicia.
Yeah, but we do that there.
What's that all about?
I don't know what the history behind that is, but that is real. That is how we talk.
I'm going to have to go visit. I always have this association with Rhode Island with lobster, but no. That's
lobster.
Maine. Oh, is there lobster?
True. Well, there's a lot of coastal comfort food, as we would call it, at the Back 40. Yeah, yep, because the water's right there. So there's good seafood.
Coastal comfort food. And also I've noticed when I go to the East Coast, which I do fairly frequently, that the serving sizes are really big.
Oh, absolutely.
They're really big, right?
Really
big plates of food. How can you eat all that?
Absolutely.
I guess coming from California, it just seems like.
I know. I think that honestly, there's a lot of sharing usually, especially with the Italian restaurants. A lot of it, the idea is to share family style. Mm-hmm. So I think that's where it comes from. Rhode Island has a very heavy foodie population.
Really?
The best bakeries. Like when we come here, my mom actually is in town right now visiting. She brought dough and she always brings us stuff from the bakeries there because we don't really have bakeries out here. It's just not the same.
It's not the same. I want to meet your mom.
She's the best. I know. I almost had her come. She wanted to come.
And you didn't let her?
Well,
I would have
got her a
interviewed her.
massage instead.
I would ask her, how did you do it? How did she do it?
She'll tell you.
Amazing.
She is an amazing. She would have been a fun guest.
She has amazing kids. Like, these kids are amazing. I know Aurora. I know Sophia. I don't know your brothers, but I see them on social media. But like, amazing kids.
They think that those were like the good old days. Like, my parents are very sentimental about their child raising years. They miss it very much. Yeah,
I get it. I get it.
You totally get it.
I totally get it.
So
I hate it when they grow up. It's very annoying.
I can't imagine. Yeah, that's why maybe like if you have a lot more, you
have to have a lot of reunions. Well, the good thing about having a lot of kids is someone always comes back home for a while. Like, there's always like seems to be a, and by the time they stop doing that, there's some grandkids.
Oh, for sure.
So
yeah,
that's the ideal.
But you'll be fine. You have 2.
2. I wish I had 4.
Well,
I only got 2, but that's okay. I'm not being greedy, people. I'm fine. I'm good with it. I'm fine. So I told them each have to have 4 kids. Each of them
that's the
should
spirit.
have at least
Yeah.
4. Yeah, right? I'll put the pressure on them.
Yes.
I don't know what they're going to do. Probably they'll have none because I've been harassing them for so long. But anyway.
No, you'll be such a good help too to them. I feel like you'd be the coolest grandmother ever.
Oh, yeah. I'll be on the swings. I'll be on the slides. I'll be everywhere. I will not be like...
You'll be like, where's my juice box?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly me. Where's my juice? I need juice and a nap. We'll take a nap with them. Play with the chickens. She's like, wait, it's my turn to pet the chicken. Okay, so you did Sports Illustrated modeling. You've been on the cover, right, of Sports Illustrated? Mm-hmm. You're pretty amazing. And you had a snake on you?
I did. I had a python. Actually, I wasn't scared. Is that so weird? I hate spiders, but for whatever reason.
Snakes don't bother you?
No, but it was starting to tighten around me. I think it was going to kill me, but.
Oh my God, it was going to eat you for dinner.
We had the boa, the python wrangler nearby with like a gun, like just in case.
Oh my God.
You needed to shoot him, but I survived.
I also would not like to have a snake shot off of me because I don't know. What if he misses and does it spray blood everywhere? Like,
I don't know, but like,
snake
trust
shooter?
me, there was like a very serious protocol in place in the event that this shoot. I don't know if I can
thing decides to strangle you.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I have like another follow-up question to that. Did they take out so these are not poisonous snakes, so they kill you by constricting?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about them biting you. That was okay.
That's what they told me.
Yeah.
Well, actually, to be honest with you, I can't quite remember that part. I believe that they took out the venom, but I can't tell you I'm totally sure about this. I don't.
But it was a beautiful snake.
I just kind of was like, I'm just going to close my eyes and get this over with. And
was it warm? No, it's cold, right? It's poikilodermatous?
Well, it was actually in South Australia in their winter month, so it was absolutely freezing. It was so cold and we were on the beach. So maybe that's why I didn't care. It was like I needed
It's like, this is my jacket.
Yes.
I only have a bikini on and I need my snake jacket.
It was
How
so
cool.
cold.
That was a beautiful set of photos.
Thank
Incredible.
you.
So how often do you shoot?
Well, now that everything's changed, I mean, whether it's for work or editorial, even just for my own Instagram, every other day on average.
Like every other day. It's pretty often, huh?
But it's not really, it's different. Things are changing. Even the way that you do, I mean, I pop on pretty much every day and talk to followers and people, and you don't have to feel the pressure to be perfect or hair and makeup and all of these things that you would have back in the day when you're, doing a press tour or doing a major photo shoot with a major publication. Like, everything's changed. Like, you kind of are your own major publication.
You're your own brand. It's your own show, right?
Yeah, which is great.
Which
and
is
also
good too, but it's a lot of responsibility.
Yeah. I've realized that there can be a lack of structure, and sometimes I crave structure. I love structure. So like, you go on set, there's a whole run of show, there's tons of people to help delegate with different things, and then like now we're kind of left to do our own content to a certain extent, and you are kind of the creative director, stylist, lighting, camera. Like, you have to delegate everybody to kind of put together this vision of what you want your brand to represent. And at this point, as I guess an influencer, we're all influencers at this point, I do have a clear understanding of exactly what I want. It's just like, you can definitely have creators fatigue or creative burnout where you're just like, I don't know what I want to do right now, or just like overwhelmed with too many ideas.
No,
There's a lot.
I get you. And yours is, obviously I just relate on a smaller level, but the thing about it is to keep things fresh, but also sometimes you just, like something might be really cool, but you just want to be in that moment and you don't necessarily want to video it or whatever. Like you want to be like, I actually was on a trip with my friends to a beautiful place. We were in Miraval, and I wasn't doing that, like taking pictures by the pool or doing this. She goes, I don't understand. You have all these like amazing shots on your Insta, but you're not over here. You're not asking us to take pictures of you, and you're not laying by the pool and doing this. I go, no, this is my time with you guys.
Yeah.
Like there's some times that it's not for consumption. So, but then you don't have content from that day. Oh, you don't have content. So it's kind of I imagine it's like times a million or billion for you to like, to have that balance between living life and living life for what you're going to, what I'm saying?
You have to. I mean, there are tons of times where even you're going through something personally and you're like, I think that this could help a lot of people, or I feel like a lot of people would resonate with this. It's the same idea. It's like same idea with like a cool outfit maybe people would resonate with, and like there's so many different areas of your life that you could share with your people, but you do have to protect yourself and like, that balance basically. And also so decide when you want to share, when you want to be completely off, like when you want to just refocus and recenter and rejuvenate your mind and body with a vacation like you're talking about. Right. It's definitely very important to build those boundaries with people you work with and yourself. Like be like, okay, no, I'm not working
yourself.
Today.
I think
I'm
it's
not
me.
looking on Instagram right now. Like right now I have Instagram. I deleted Instagram off of my phone for the last 3 days. I haven't looked at it. Yeah, because I felt like I just needed a little break. And I think that you have to recognize when you need that.
When you need it, yeah.
Yeah, we're also inundated with social media.
It's true.
A lot. Too much
it's
information.
It's a gift
sometimes.
and a curse. It's like everything else. And I always tell people like, you can say exercise is really good for you, but there are people that go to the gym like 4 hours a day and become gym addicts, and that's all they do. And then that's too much. Or you can do some cosmetic work with me, for example, but then you decide that that's not enough and you want to do the next thing and the next thing and the next thing, and you get crazy. But so it's like, it's that balance that you're always looking for in life, that moderation, that is the sweet spot, like where you're getting the benefits of anything you're doing, and you're not going crazy overboard, or it's not ruling your life.
Totally.
But it's hard, right? Because sometimes, like even when you go somewhere really pretty for the sake of relaxing, you're like, God, this would be a great shot to post. Like you can't almost turn off that thing in the back of your mind that's like content.
Yeah. So. Or just doing. It's like even today, I gave my mom a massage and like talking about somebody who's had 5 kids. Like she really can't sit still.
Yeah.
And it's funny because we're just like, we really need to relax and like spend time with each other. But it's like, do you ever find yourself in those moments where you're like supposed to be relaxing and you just can't?
Yes.
And it's the same idea. I think it honestly boils down to just trying to practice mindfulness. And I think from what I've like, experienced for myself, it's creating those boundaries, breathing, meditating, exercising, yoga, whatever you need to do to just like practice refocusing and practicing mindfulness. And it's so much harder.
Oh, if you're high strung, it's really hard.
It's so hard.
Or in other words, sometimes I try to explain to people, because there are people in my life who keep trying to tell me to calm down. And why am I doing a million things a day? And calm down, just take it easy, relax. Relaxing doesn't relax me, I tell them. Sometimes relaxing stresses me out because I got 100 things I need to get to. And if I get to those 100 things, then I can relax.
I am totally with you there.
It's a reverse concept that just doesn't seem to, a lot of people don't understand it, but I think you might. It's like, no, if I get all my work done and all my emails done and then I get all my charts done, then I can relax.
I know.
I'm not going to go relax right now and have all that stuff still sitting there, because that's going to freak me out while I'm trying to get a massage.
Totally. And I think it's also that's also an example of maybe when you need to create boundaries with the people in your life, because it's not really anybody's. It might not make them feel good that you're doing a lot, but that's not your problem.
Right.
That's their problem.
Right.
Which I can totally see with a woman like you that's has so much going on and you're so busy that people in your life, even your friends sometimes might selfishly want you to spend more time with them, and you can't.
Right,
Because
right.
you're like, I'm building my empire. A little support here. Maybe later. Maybe next year.
But I think you're right, and they're very, very supportive. But there are the moments where they're like, I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
I feel bad for you, and I go, don't feel bad for me. I'm having fun. This is how I roll. Like but I obviously need to sometimes scale it back, and so I do have people going, hey, calm down. Everything's gonna be fine. Why are you running? You know, it's just my nature.
I totally get that. Yeah, I can absolutely be like that too. I think as long as you just keep it in check and don't burn out.
Yeah. And you have to make sure that it still feels good to do it. If it feels good to do it, you do it. And if it doesn't, it's not feeling good, like you're a slave to your own self, then
yes.
Then you stop and go, wait a minute.
Absolutely. Yep.
So I saw you in a movie recently. What movies have you been in?
Recently, I'm trying to think of which one it was, but the most recent was Venus as a Boy, which went to Tribeca Film Festival, which was really exciting. That was my last project before the pandemic, and now things are starting to definitely pick back up. But
oh, good.
It was exciting. It was a weird film festival because it was all virtual, but I was very, very, very honored to have been included in the festival for sure. It was very, very rewarding because that was a hard deal. That was a hard movie.
How did you do the transition from modeling more, or you were Miss Universe, to acting? How did you make that transition, or it just comes naturally?
It was a pretty well. I think that it kind of happened in tandem. I always knew I loved acting, and I was studying acting in college, and then I started doing a lot more commercial work as I was modeling, and in a way, I felt like that was me also getting a little bit of more of this on-camera work under my belt. And then when I came to LA, I just took so many acting classes. I mean, every single coach I could find, and just years and years and years of practice. And then it did pay off, which was awesome. But there's tons of ways to continue to perfect the craft. And that's the thing about acting. You just never really, you can always improve. So I still find myself reading and learning and always working with coaches for all of my auditions. And
so when you say that movie was hard, what do you mean by that? What do you mean it was difficult? What aspect of it did you mean was difficult?
It was an indie film. So indie films, obviously the budgets are a lot smaller. So there can be, you're working with less resources in all aspects. So it's kind of more of an all hands on deck mentality. Everybody's there to create a really beautiful piece of work, but we don't always have the resources to make it, to have it done easily. So everybody has to have a really good attitude. And also the teamwork is just on another level. And it was so rewarding because the hard work paid off, but it was more hard work because we had to really put this together and prioritize the project with one another, as opposed to, everybody's comfort at all times. Like we just had the longest shoot days, and there were a lot of, we call it like grace, which is basically when you're working overtime, but everybody's on board to work a little bit harder and just, So it was definitely a passion project, and it was also one of my meatiest roles because I was playing opposite of my co-star Ty Hodges, and it was just a really meaty role too. So my role was also really hard on top of it being a little bit more of a tighter ship.
I imagine it must be a lot of pressure because everybody's trying to do everything as efficiently as possible, and you got to get your lines right, and you have to do your scene right because everything has been put in place to make that happen. And
and when you don't have a huge budget with an indie, it's so much more pressure. There's no room to have to reshoot or anything because you don't have the budget.
Right.
And it's really really rewarding though, because you feel proud of yourself for having
done it.
And accomplished it.
Do you feel like some of your producing your content has helped you kind of really have an understanding of what they needed? And did it help you kind of have a back end view of the whole production?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. You learn so much from, if anything, my acting has helped me kind of in all facets of content creation because you have so many different facets that you're working with. But it all does fold into one another very interestingly, especially starting out as a model and then going into more of the acting stuff. There's so many tools that I use from my modeling to my acting career. So I don't know, it's not like that for everyone, but there's definitely a lot of overlapping there.
It overlaps. Yeah. So would you say, in the sense of when you define yourself, when you look at yourself, are you more of an actress or a model?
I don't.
Or do you not want to be in a box?
I don't really want to be in a box.
Yeah.
It's actually very refreshing to be told. Yeah. I would say not in a box. If anything, I also consider myself to be very entrepreneurial.
Right.
And that's also a total passion of mine. Business building, brand building, with the restaurants, real estate, all of these different facets. And all of them are rewarding in different ways. And I would really have a hard time picking one.
Yeah.
So I like being able to do it all.
Yeah, I mean, same. I don't do as much as you do. I'm not trying to say that, but I like to do a bunch of different things. I like the intellectuality of being a doctor, but I also like the silliness of being on TikTok. And I also like, and I'm a mom, and I've got like all these different things I want to do. And people are like, why are you doing so many different things? I'm like, because I like it. I just like doing a lot of different things.
Yeah.
And I don't want to be just this or just that. I like each thing separately, but I'm never bored. Like I always have something different that I'm trying to do, or a different challenge of the day. And
that is so inspirational, especially I'm sure for a lot of people listening, because I think people can try to put you in a box, and people can question why, like you're saying, why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And it takes a lot of courage, more than you realize, but it seems to come easy to you. But to say to people, no, I want to do everything. I want to do this. I'm doing this because I want to.
Right.
Because sometimes if people can't really understand why you're doing everything, they'll judge you. Or
Yes.
Honestly, sometimes people can be envious too, because you're doing a lot.
Maybe,
so to be able to say to people, I'm doing this because I want to and I want to do it, and not be ashamed, I think that takes courage. So good for you.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I do get some pushback from different, categories of, of whatever I'm into. The people that think I should do this and only this, and the people like I should do that, and then the people at home that are like, you're too busy and we need more time. And so there's a little bit of, it's like everything's in balance with each other. And the one thing I tell people who are trying to do a lot of things is that you can't look at it as a static thing. It's like whack-a-mole. Like, this thing needs more attention right now. My practice right now needs more attention. I'm going to focus on that. My kids need more attention right now. Or when somebody's having an issue, I pay more attention to that. Then there's the husband. Then there's the this, that.
Yeah.
And so you always have to be adaptable, in a sense. Like, you're not just how do I explain it? Like, things just can't always go the same way. But overall, if you're consistently moving forward on all fronts, you're fine. But you're going to have to sometimes adapt and be like, oh, wow, this needs extra attention right now. This needs more. And that also keeps me from being bored. But it also allows you to kind of maintain a lot of different things, because some people just get overwhelmed because they don't think they're going to be able to give the same amount of attention to one thing. But I think you can set it up, and it can be on autopilot for a little bit, and you're off to something else, and then you come back.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. That
multitasking in the macro multitasking.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
So
that will keep anybody busy.
Yeah. And if one day it's not fun anymore, then there's going to be something that you're least interested in, that or is least important to you, that you can just say, that's something I'm not going to do anymore.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Anyway. But speaking of inspiration, who inspires you most?
Who inspires me most? I have so many people that inspire me. I feel
it could be someone who's alive, or someone who's no longer with us, or a historical figure.
My parents and family in general inspires me. I've always been a very family oriented person. I mean, I feel like such a sentimental sap, but I do have to say, doing all the things I've done and being so ambitious and having so many goals and, things I would like to do and have done that I'm proud of, it is always refreshing when I go home and I see how happy my family is and always has been with just each other. And also, my parents never grew up valuing really fancy lavish things, but they're so happy. And they always reframe to me what I know should be most important to me. And in this industry, it is very hard to always keep track of what is really important. So they inspire me to keep a level head and be grounded.
To be grounded.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I say that this morning, I said that to my kids because they happen to both be home right now. That like everything else is, you know, fun and great and everything. But as long as my like core family and important things are all okay, then everything else is like, it's great and important and everything, but just you need that solid foundation of your most important people in your life. And that's your family and you know, maybe some of us just want to do a lot more things, and that doesn't necessarily mean we don't understand what's at the core of it. Yeah.
Totally. I think it's just that wake up call every once in a while where you're like, oh, I actually don't need every single thing ever to be happy, because here are these people who I care so much about really don't care about those things, and they're happier than a lot of people I know in this industry. So.
Right. And they have your back.
Yeah.
They have your back too.
Yeah,
so,
totally.
Yeah. So do you have an inspirational quote that you love?
I have so many quotes. I am an absolute quote fiend. My journals are full of quotes, and on my Instagram, I have a highlight of all of these quotes because I usually do a quote of the day. So there's a lot, but so this kind of applies to what inspires me most. My aunt told me this, and it's go where the warmth is. And this is something that stuck with me for a very long time, especially as I moved into this industry and I grew in this industry and kind of grew up in this industry, I guess, because I started at like 18. And she always told me to go where the warmth is, meaning like go where your heart and soul feels safe and where your soul resonates most. Go to the people and the things that give that sense of comfort and safety. And, you know, I guess in this industry, it can be hard. Yeah, it can be kind of hard because I think you feel like you have to be something, or you feel pressured to be a certain way or liked by certain people. And it's not always you. Like sometimes you're not, that person might not be warm, and that's why you're not connecting with them, or like this job isn't right for you because it's not connecting to resonating with your soul. So it's a good reminder.
It's a good reminder. Yeah. I love that. You know, that I posted that quote. It's kind of funny. It says, you know, don't go after the cool people. Don't try to be cool. You can be cool when you're dead. Go for the warmth.
Yes, you can be cool when you're dead. Literally.
Yeah, there's like an epidemic of trying to be cool, especially here in LA. And it's like, you know, cool is like a cool outfit is fine, but like if people are going to be cool towards you, that's not really fun. You know?
Exactly. Don't let anybody make you feel like you don't belong. Sometimes you just don't resonate. No,
you just don't.
There's no warmth there.
There's no warmth. That's not your place. And there's plenty of other places.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Listen to your gut. Listen to your intuition. That's what it really means to me.
I love it. And what is your definition of beauty?
I always have said that beauty is defined by the way you make others feel and the way you treat others.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten that one.
Aww.
Say it again.
I believe beauty is defined by the way you make others feel and the way that you treat them.
Well, that's really awesome. I love that.
Yeah. And I feel like it means a few different things. First of all, like you're only able to give to others if you're first of all fulfilled and filled up by yourself.
Right.
Yourself. You have nothing to give if you're void and null inside.
That's true.
So I think that we always talk about self-care and what we need to do to make ourselves feel the best. And that's what's going to make us feel the most beautiful. So that can mean so many different things to so many different people. But that's why I have that interpretation of beauty, because I think that the most beautiful people are the most beautiful, you know, in all facets. And that's, yes, the way that you take care of yourself and the way that you present yourself to the world, but also the way that you treat others and make them feel.
Right. What feelings you evoke and
exactly what feelings you evoke for other people.
I love that. Do you have any special beauty tips? I mean, you are sort of an icon of beauty in my mind. And in everyone's mind. And we want to hear your beauty tips. Do you have secrets and
oh my God, I have so many secrets. I've been so bad at keeping up with my secrets lately, but I'll let you guys in on them. It's actually really simple.
Secret time.
It's just the most important things for beauty are taking your vitamins, getting enough sleep, drinking a lot of water, and I think practicing mindfulness and happiness, because I think happiest people are the most beautiful people. I really do believe that. So
I love it.
Cut out the dead weight if you need to. You'll be more beautiful.
Cut out the dead weight. What does that mean?
Like cut out the people in your life that aren't the people and things that aren't serving you.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like you want to feel like life should feel
flow.
Yeah, it should flow, and you should cut out the things that get in the way of that, because that ultimately gets in the way of your life and your ability to show up as the best version of yourself.
Love. You'll be better for other people if you're in a good place, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. So, and then what's my other question for you? I wanted to ask you, we got the inspirational quote, beauty hacks. Like, do you have any hacks or beauty tips?
Well, definitely drink. Those were kind of like some.
Drink water.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like, do you have like makeup tips?
Makeup tips.
You know what? She's just naturally incredibly stunning. So it's not really like a hack.
I'm trying.
It's like be born with jeans.
I'm trying to think of what like I
should bring your parents on the show.
Makeup. Oh my God.
What's their secret? How do they make all these beautiful children? What's their secret?
That is so funny. They're like, oh, my mom would not have any good. My mom's beauty advice would probably be, don't wear makeup.
Oh, really?
Like, that doesn't work for us, Mom.
No. I had my mom passed away a long time ago, but she was not vain at all. And I don't know where I came from.
I feel the same way. My dad is so against makeup. Whenever I'm wearing makeup, he's like, oh no, you're going to get all the fruit flies stuck on your face. Like he thinks that it's just like the ugliest thing ever. And when I like waking up in the morning, like drool is coming down my face and he's like, you look great today. No makeup. Keep it like that.
Beautiful. Keep it like that. I know.
Just don't, but we love makeup and makeup is amazing and I will never change. I don't agree with him. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's funny though, because you're kind of like the way you are. Even as a little girl, I loved makeup and it's just comes naturally, right? And then people are like, and your family didn't necessarily influence that. It's not always the case, right? So
no, not at all.
Some, they say past life memories or something like that. Maybe I was a diva in a past life or something. I don't know.
We're in the same boat. We must have been.
Like, where'd this come from? And I even don't like to go around without like having myself together.
Oh, you always look. I mean, there's just really the bar is set high.
Yeah, when I did my residency, we would have interview days. So I would come to work. So residents usually are pretty like tired, and they have their white coat that's like the pockets are loaded with books and the things kind of dingy. Well, I would get my white coats altered to have like a waist in it because I didn't like the straight white coat, and then I was always dressed, had my makeup on, my hair fixed and everything, even though I was a resident. And I had kids. I already had kids.
Really?
But one day we had a Saturday. We interviewed the residents that we got to weigh in on the next set of residents besides the attendings. And so came in on a Saturday and everyone was like, what? You dressed nice and wore makeup? It's Saturday and we were hoping to finally see you without makeup. And I was like, well, sorry.
I get it.
I have to put myself together. If I'm going to wake up, I got to be put together.
Wow.
So anyway, they were all kind of bummed out. I was like, oh, wow.
Bummed out. That's so bizarre.
It was funny. Right?
Yeah.
It was Minnesota. It was a different, like.
Oh, I guess. I always find that to be so weird. I feel like, if you want to dress up, if you don't, who cares?
Yeah. Do whatever.
Do whatever floats your boat.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate that because I've actually gotten that a lot too. Everyone's always like, Olivia's going to be overdressed. And I don't know why, but I guess I am sometimes overdressed. But I'm like, why does this make you feel a certain type of way?
Why do you care? I even had someone in Minnesota. I used to plant flowers and I had I planted flowers. Can you believe this? I don't even know how I had time. I had kids. I was a resident. I don't know. But I loved planting flowers when the spring came because it would be so dead of winter and then slushy, whatever. And then I had all these flower boxes in the front yard. And then my neighbor goes, are you trying to outdo us all? I was like, no, I'm not trying to outdo you. I like flowers. Like, what? I don't know. It's just an odd comment that I thought. Like,
why? Really, I mean, it's very normal to just tend to your lawn, right? I don't know.
I guess my flowers were more over the top. I don't know.
Well,
And then looking back on it, they weren't that over the top. They were just pretty colorful flowers. And I don't know. Just made them
gosh.
feel like I was trying to outdo everyone, which I wasn't.
I don't understand people, but I mean, obviously,
I just love being surrounded by beauty. Like I like the flowers in the yard. Yeah.
I totally get that.
Look at all the flowers. See, I'm still the same way. I planted all these myself. Actually, I have to give a shout out to Florentina's florist who put this together. This is unbelievable. And it was a lot of work for them. It took them months to put it together, and then they installed it for me. So thank you. Florentina's, they're right across the street here in Calabasas.
That's so nice.
Yeah. So do you want to spin the wheel of secret stuff?
Yeah. Oh, God. Whatever that means.
The wheel?
I'll spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
I will spin the wheel.
And by the way, this is, which is my lucky number.
Oh, nice. I love it. I hope that this involves something
with gummy. Not
fun.
gum. Not
I'll take the jelly beans. I'll do that.
You want to do the jelly beans?
Oh, well, I'll do it.
No, you have to spin. Let's see if you get jelly beans.
Yeah, I have
Let's
to
see.
spin. I can't cheat. Okay.
How did you do that?
I don't know. And why does
that happen?
Sorry, but I just feel like it didn't go
no,
that
but
far.
that's okay because you landed exactly on jelly bean. We're keeping it on jelly bean. Is that insane? That happens a lot where I say or you say something and you land on that one. Okay.
So we're just going to pick whichever one
this
out of your COVID jelly beans. I'm just kidding. Cut
that
out.
These are sterile jelly beans.
Cut that out.
Okay, so listen. This is called, Okay, so listen. This is a special cane called Bean Boozer.
Oh.
So what you got to do is you got to spin this wheel now, and whichever one you land on, we'll see what flavor you're going to get, and you either get a yummy flavor or a gross flavor.
Okay, I'll take it.
Get your tissues ready. Get your tissues ready. Okay, fine. I'll do the same one. Oh, the same one.
I'm going to pick a good
and then
one.
we'll do the same one. Spin the wheel.
I feel like it's going to be like Jolly Rancher or something, even though
she feels that way. Let's just see.
Oh, God. Did I just land on?
No. You landed on, it's either going to taste like cappuccino or liver and onions. It's this brown one, right? Okay, so here.
Ew,
this one right there.
Liver and onions.
Do I have to do one at the same time?
Do.
Why did they change the rules on me all of a sudden? This wasn't how we did it last time. Y'all are mean. Okay, ready?
I guess you do. I don't know. I think I got
so
liver.
it looks the same, but you're either going to get a tasty thing that tastes like coffee or it's going to taste like liver and onions. See? I got the same one.
Yeah, I guess you
ready?
kind of did. What's liver and onions even taste like? Soup?
You've never had liver and onions?
No, what do I... No.
You haven't lived.
I put it in my mouth. I mean, do I have to swallow it?
Mm-mm.
Oh!
Okay, there's your tissue. I need a tissue too. Oh, it's on the floor.
Because I can't imagine anything worse than that. Is there like a good one and I can wash it down with?
Well, it'll be, you won't know if it's good or not.
Oh my God, old
Each
bandage.
of them has the same color. I got a moldy dishwasher last time. It was pretty bad. These people enjoy watching us eat these horrible.
It's an emergency.
Yeah, emergency Oreo, please. Oh, do you want to do the Oreo mustard challenge?
No, just the Oreo part.
Have you heard about that?
No, what is it? A TikTok thing?
Yes.
How did I know?
Lizzo says that it tastes good to put French's mustard on Oreos, but we tried it, and honestly, it just tastes like mustard and Oreos. It's not really like a blended flavor.
I don't want to say anything on camera about why in the world would anybody do that.
I don't know, but I feel a little nauseous.
No, you need an Oreo.
I can't eat any more Oreos. I already had 2 today. That's like my quota.
Really?
Yeah.
So you're really careful about what you eat?
Mm-hmm. Always low carb. If I eat too many carbs, I get sleepy and chubby and dopey and grumpy.
Sorry.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No. Take your time. Because I'm going to make you do another jelly bean. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to make you spin. You're going to spin the wheel again.
Oh my God.
You don't have to, but you will. You probably will. Because we'll do some fun stuff.
Why did you have two?
Maybe free association. Let's see if I can do it again.
What's that mean?
Free association. I say a word and you say the first thing that comes to mind.
Okay.
Okay, ready? Let's see what you get.
No! That means you have to do it too.
You have to do it again. Okay, I'll do it again. Oh my God. Why?
Oh God.
I'll do it. That wasn't really a spin.
Okay.
Or do you want to count that?
Wait. Here we go, it's spinning.
There.
Okay.
Okay, what's this? So it's either going to taste like old bandage or pomegranate.
Oh!
Wait, I don't think we have enough jelly. Oh, we do. Sniff it.
I can't tell.
Can she tell by sniffing it?
I don't know. What's an old Band-Aid taste like?
I got old bandage too.
It tastes like blood. Tastes like a penny.
One more spin.
Wear it or tear it. That's fun.
Yay. Okay. Wear it or tear it. Hunter rain boots.
Wear it. I'm hard because I'm going to probably say wear it to everything. Wear it.
Wear it because I have a pair. I haven't worn them in a really long time. They're kind of heavy.
Well, wear it when it's weather appropriate. How about that?
Yeah. Don't just wear it. Turtlenecks.
Tear it.
You guys, she's wearing a turtleneck. Leather dresses.
Wear it for sure.
Yeah. I agree. I have one, but it's leather-like. It's pleather or whatever they call it. Vegan leather. Mm-hmm. Okay. Long velvet gloves.
I'm over it. Tear it.
No.
I'm over it. It happened and it's done.
Sheer tops.
With the nipples or with no nipples?
With nipples.
I say tear it. Leave a little something up for the imagination.
No, leave something for the imagination.
Just a
Okay,
little.
that's good.
If
That's
I ever
good.
showed, that would not blow over well. Anyway, continue.
What about Skims?
Like with the nipples out? What do you mean?
Skims. We're on the nipple subject at the moment, but
Wait,
Skims.
what do you mean? Oh, wear it or tear it?
Wear it or tear it. Skims. I think that's Kim Kardashian's. Like,
oh yeah, wear it. Her stuff it's so comfortable.
Yeah, it's like something that you wear. Like, doesn't it? Isn't it like
shapewear? It's not. I actually really like her. Skims is all sort. It has pajamas.
Oh! It's a bunch of other
suits.
stuff too.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's not shapewear, but shapewear, yeah, for sure. Whatever makes somebody feel comfortable.
Yeah. So Skims is like a whole line of like cushy outfits, right? Yeah. Okay, one more. Flannel tops.
Wear it.
Cozy, huh?
Yeah, they're cozy, even though, yeah. They can be one note.
I don't wear them. I look like a box in them.
I literally said wear it for every single one. Oops.
Yeah, you did. Wear everything. Why not?
Yeah, I'm
Something
kind of
different all the
open-minded
time.
with fashion stuff, to be honest.
I find like if you do photo shoots all the time, you always want to have a different look and a different look. So it's not like you don't have opportunity to try different looks and
I'm very adventurous with my looks.
And I have to say that I do appreciate your image and persona has been built on different styles, fashion, lifestyle, cooking, and all the different aspects of being just being alive, because there are some people who have have beautiful looks or whatever, and all they do is have pictures of themselves in a bikini only. Their entire social media is only that, and it's very highly sexualized. And what happens is they, as an influencer, don't end up having the audience that is very balanced across like universal appeal or appealing to women, if that makes sense.
Yeah, they have probably more male followers.
Yeah, so
not that there's anything wrong with that, but
no, there's nothing wrong with it, but it doesn't end up being very influential in a sense, like if you're an influencer.
Yeah.
Because it just ends up only catering to a very narrow sort of niche of people and alienates a lot of others.
Yeah.
So it's a testament. It's like fully dressed with boots on and classy and yes, bikini and sexy, but then also professional. You know, there's like all the different aspects of being a woman instead of the only one narrow aspect of being sexualized, you know?
Yeah.
Which is also part of being a woman and is totally fine. But just having that breadth of different images and ways that you live and are, you know, that kind of thing. I appreciate that.
I feel like, yeah.
That's just how you are, probably, because it just reflects how you are, reflects on your social media.
Yeah.
Right?
I mean, I consider myself to be a girl's girl, so I like having girl followers. It's fun. It's like, you know, I feel like they're my friends.
Yeah. Kristen Llewell says that you are pretty amazing and you really are a girl's girl.
Yeah, I really am.
Yeah.
I really, really am. I love my girls.
And supportive and, you know, all that. And that's what we got to do, support each other as women.
We do. Absolutely.
Definitely.
I feel like if a woman can't support other women, it's something that is wrong with them.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
and it's okay, but it's something that, like, I think it reflects that person is suffering because, like I said before, it's like if you can't give to other people, it's because there's something wrong inside of you.
Yeah, you can't.
Which I get.
Get to a good place, a good enough place to support someone else.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I really do think that a win for one woman is a win for all of us.
Yeah.
Because it's more inspiration, it's more headway in the world, and it's offering a trail for others, and that's what it's all about. I mean, owe it to our ancestors, don't we?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We've been brought here through all those love stories and plagues and famines and deadly tigers, and somehow our genes have survived.
They have. One Oreo at a time.
One Oreo,
jelly bean
jelly bean at a time. And we also survived this podcast. Thank you for joining us on the Dr. Beauty podcast. And thank you so much, Olivia. Where can we find Olivia Culpo? Everywhere. The cover of Sports Illustrated, but also follow her on Instagram at Olivia Culpo. And any other?
TikTok, Twitter, it's all the same.
Yeah, it's all the same handle.
YouTube.
So
I have to do a little bit more on my YouTube. But it's a work in progress.
Yeah, always. There's always the next thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thanks for joining us. Bye, babies.